Shares Carnival plunging today after announcing a disappointing outlook for the full year. The cruise ship company blaming higher fuel prices and a stronger dollar and weakness in the Caribbean because of those hurricanes still hurting the business. Shares down nearly 8%.
In a CNBC exclusive, we're joined by Carnival Corporation CEO Arnold Donald. A very good afternoon to you, Arnold. Thank you for joining us.
Good afternoon, Kelly. Good afternoon, Wilfred.
So let's talk about this share price move, because the earnings themselves were solid and your guidance was reduced, but not too significantly. What do you think investors are reacting to so negatively, down 8%?
Well, first of all, guys, I just want to give a shout out to my 120,000 passionate, dedicated employees who work every day to exceed guest expectations, and to our thousands of travel agent professional partners around the world, whose collective efforts resulted in yet another quarter of record earnings performance. In fact, 30% higher than the same quarter last year. So we're very proud of the performance and the results. I think the market is simply, I'm sorry, yes?
Go ahead.
Yeah, I think the market is reacting to a lowering of guidance from March guidance. That's still higher than the original guidance for the year. We are offsetting a 19-cent drag in fuel and currency, or mitigating it. And so that resulted in a lower guidance for the rest of the year. But the reality is that that's all that's going on. And of course, we're going to work hard to beat that.
I want to ask you about what's happening with Korea. You says the Chinese are not doing Korean trips. They're still boycotting because of the THAAD missile deployment. That was an issue going back last year. You still think China is going to be the biggest cruise market in the world. It makes me wonder what happens if in this trade tit for tat, if China starts saying, hey, don't go on U.S. cruises. How much is all of this hurting your business?
Well, I was just in China last week with some senior level meetings, and we have no indication of any direction that way in terms of just banning travel on U.S. Cruise lines. Were that to happen, it's highly unlikely it would, but were that to happen, China represents less than 5% of our capacity, and we always have to be prepared in any market, because every year in the world there's some place where we can't go because of geopolitical tensions. So we would adequately manage that as just a few ships. That's probably not going to happen, and we have no indications of anything like that.
What about weather? Is Caribbean cruises taking longer to pick up after those storms late last year than you expected?
No, Wilfred, all that happened with the Caribbean was last year with the hurricanes. During that hurricane season, people stopped booking. Nobody was booking cruises to the Caribbean at that time. And of course, for our services, people book as far out as a year ahead. So we missed a period of booking. So that has some impact going forward. And then the other thing is just San Juan, Puerto Rico continues to get negative press in the news, when in reality is people are going there, our ships are full, they're having a great time. And overall, in total, our earnings will be up in the Caribbean. We have additional capacity, and that's over a great year last year. There's tremendous momentum in the cruise industry overall, and especially for our business and our brand.
Arnold, what cruise do you put two people who say that they don't like cruising on to convince us that maybe it's worth a look? I'm
sorry, say again. Which cruise would I recommend?
Yeah. What would you put me and Wilf on? We don't want to go cruising. Convince us.
Well, we got to convince you. So it's real simple. First of all, there's all these myths about cruising. So I would recommend to you either the QM2. I know a little bit about you guys, not enough. If I knew more, I could tell you exactly which one. So the Queen Mary 2, or we have a new ship coming out, the new Stottendam, and the godmother is going to be Oprah Winfrey. And so she, for you, Kelly, she has a girlfriend cruise a few days before the naming ceremony in January, where she'll be the godmother for that new ship. And we just launched Carnival Horizon. So we got a lot of different brands. It depends what you're looking for. Seabourn might be the best one for you. I'm not sure.
I have to say, just the talk of these vacations, it is quite appealing, even if I haven't done a cruise yet.
You might get Wilf one of these.
Arnold.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.